down the field. Got my seagulls following me to get all those delicious worms I'm digging up. And I'm planting corn. So, I don't know if you can see that I'm bringing up some lumps behind the planter. I've got some fiber shank shovels, or shanks up in front of my toolbar, and we usually have spikes to bring up a few lumps. But because we're so powdery fine dry, when I worked it, I put on 9-inch shovels. And I've put 2 days of water on this land. And that way I shut it off yesterday and started planting today. So it tells you how dry it is. And I've just been going not very long. I've had a few problems. Had a can not seating right, and then had an oil line blow on the tractor. So I think it's 4 in the afternoon, and I was destined that I was going to be planted by 10 o'clock this morning. So I've got a birthday party for my late grandmother to go to. Have Chinese food together. That was her birthday wish. And her wish when she passed that we would just go out for Chinese food and not have a funeral. So then after she's passed, every day, every year on her birthday, we go for Chinese food as a family. So, but got some cows over there, bulls, got a big herd of cows with bulls over there, got a group of heifers there with bulls, got another group of heifers without bulls yet, another group of heifers over there with bulls. So we're breeding cows too. So, but you see some alfalfa's coming. I never sprayed the alfalfa, I just worked it. I want a little of it to come to help hold the land, and then I'll spray it out when the corn's up. And all I'll do is I'll use Roundup, and then I'll heat it up so I get a better kill on the hay and the grasses. So anyhow, that's what's going on. You can see the topography of my land's not perfectly flat, but I'm glad to go through those low areas, and hopefully I can manage my water right and grow a good crop. We're under rationings for water, so we don't have that much, but we'll do what we can, grow a good crop if we can, to feed them critters, because they like to get fed every day, no matter what. Kind of like me. So I'll bring you out when I'm doing something more. It's about 10:30, and I'm having a heck of a time seeing things. Those two little lights might look bright on this screen, but I can't see a damn thing I'm doing. And the big difference for me is I put these 9-inch shovels on so I would throw lots of dirt. And what happens is the GPS is on that WAS signal, and it's not that accurate, and I start to wander over, and then the outside shovel here throws dirt on top of my row. So I'm gonna call it a night. Start again tomorrow. I've got to haul some beef up to get butchered, so I might try to see if my dad can take care of that, so I can get back to planting. Well, I guess you don't see a dang thing here. Look at the screen. Holy cow, there's no light. Anyhow, those are Pioneer corn bags that you can't see, that I can with my naked eye. So I'll start this pig up, and then that tractor will be cooled down. I can shut it off, and I'll bring you guys out tomorrow. It's trying to drizzle, but I'm not too worried about it, because if you can see through there, there's blue sky. And there's blue sky there. There's a dark sky over there. And then we go back to blue. And the amount of rain we've gotten makes me lead to believe that we just won't get rain. So I'm not too worried about it. I wish I had to worry about it, but I don't. So I didn't get the start I wanted to this morning, so a little late getting out here, and then I had to go back and get a tarp for the corn seed and all that kind of fun stuff. So, and then I'll have to take a break to go load up those steers to all the Lethbridge to get butchered. So I want to get a few rounds done. Anyhow, always lots to do. Get a look at what I'm seeding into and see that sand there. Just got a little crust on the top from the irrigating, so like I said, if the wind come, it would powder right up. So that's why I'm pulling these 9-inch shovels to try to dig up a little of that dirt behind me. Make some lumps. People pay lots of money to get rid of all the lumps, and we try to make the lumps. So I don't go very fast or I throw too much dirt, so it's slow going, but every round I make's a round I didn't have made, so I'll just keep going. At least I'm getting something done. The neighbor's corn's all up now, but I think he's all done. He had 4,000 acres to plant, and I think he's all done planting corn. But they farm lots of land, lots of irrigation, so they're doing everything else too. So one guy just drives that big corn drill all over the country, and the other guys are fertilizing in front of them. So, anyhow, see what I see. See how wiggly my GPS is. Last night it got so bad it was ridiculous. So just hopefully there's enough satellites to keep it going today. Well, she's about 20 after 11 and GPS all went to hell. When I was disking with it, that's what would happen, is the GPS would just quit working. Not enough satellites. More Chinese spy satellites over the US. Their WAS signal works better than ours, I guess. So I thought I'd just show you guys. Use the shovels I put on instead of the points that were on there. Well, the points were wore out, that's why they needed to get changed. But I put those shovels on to throw more dirt. So you can see where I'm at over there. I'd like to keep going, but so what happens is you push to engage the GPS and then it just oversteers itself until it goes out. But every time you try to do it, then it gets pretty wiggly. So like that has a little wiggle in it, but that's just the WAS signal and the tractor. But the other, my last pass over there, that's stupid. The best I did is when I just quit trying to make the GPS work and I just drove. So it looks like there's a rock for me to pick. So I will go have early lunch. I'm gonna walk across the field and go move the pivot so that hopefully when this gets going in another hour, I can finish up this side, do my end over there, plant where that pivot is sitting, do the end here, and then start on the other half circle. That's the plan. There's duct tape on that seed can over there. We ordered a new one and it came in, but that one already had the guts all hooked up in it, so it was easy just to throw that one on. It just got cracked. Not from use, that's for sure. It got cracked when Dad backed into it and it was laying in the Quonset. So there's scrap aluminum. I know Trump's a good guy and he helps out the US a lot, and I respect a lot of what he's doing, but with that aluminum used to be worth a pile of money, but it's not anymore, because they caught on to the fact that their made in America stuff was made with Canadian steel and aluminum and stuff. So I am planting 8581R. Like I said, it's Pioneer. Let's see, it's Roundup. don't know if it's corn borer or not, I can't remember. I don't remember. Anyhow, that's what I'm planting. Grown highland and stuff like that years ago when we used to grow lots of corn for selling silage and stuff, but Pioneer's been working for us. The dealer is what does the best for us. And in our heat units, they bring in the best for us. So I guess the heat units on that corn is 2575. So if I was trying to combine it, I wouldn't go over 2300. But because I'm going to silage it, I can go 2575 is just fine. I have a neighbor who tried buying cheap seed out of the States, and what he would do is he got them super cheap, but it was like 3,000 heat unit stuff. So he'd have to wait till it would just about freeze, and then he'd chop the corn, and then he'd mix straw with it to make silage. And then he also, one time he bought a whole bunch of like pallets of Indian corn, like the different colors and stuff, kind of more ornamental type stuff. And he grew that and chopped that, but we'll just say his yields weren't worth what he was saving. I better let you go because fat guys across the softball, you guys are shaking like crazy, so I'll let you go and I'll show you when I get some progress done. I was hoping to bring you back out in a couple hours and show you this half circle was done, but when the markers on that planter don't work at all anymore. The valves are all seized up in it, and so I'm not afraid to use them, but if they don't work, you can't use them very well. So anyhow, let you see what the ground looks like. My alfalfa coming back, which is fine. We'll spray it out. Hold the land. That's what it's all about. Is I had to knock those molehills down, and now we got to try to hold the land from blowing away. It's a little art in itself, so that's why I like throwing lots of lumps. So I'll bring you back out a little later. Excuse me. This is what's wrong with having to be a rancher and a farmer at the same time. You look at that and you think, there's 6 rounds left to go. And you go, oh, I should just do that. And then you think, uh-oh, I've got to get chores done before dark. So you head in to start chores. So GPS is working not too bad. Lots of little wiggles. Service guy came out and said, well, I can't do nothing. It's not broken right now. So he told me to take pictures of what it says if it happens again, but he can't make there be satellite. So he told me that he would sell me a subscription to get the other satellites so that you have better coverage. So I guess I'll have to break down and buy a subscription, which sucks. Just because, you know, there's other places where people can use WASP signal and do their farm work and not have to be shut down. So anyhow, every round's more corn in the ground, so that's what I like. I came out to check seed, and I think you guys will all see what I'm missing. Those ones all have 2 wheels. Yep, but not this one. So when you farm with old junk, that's one of the things that happens. You have to fix stuff. And my John Deere dealership won't have any of this old shit around. So I will have to try to find the wheel that fell off, and I think I have a bearing that I can replace it with, but when I don't know when it fell off, that might be a whole adventure in itself to figure out where it is. So, but you can see there, the sun is set. It's about 9:15, and I guess I'm gonna call it a day, and I'll start at first light and see what I can get done. So the big half circle's done, and I don't know if you'll see the center point or not. I've got, I think, 5 rounds, or maybe 8 rounds after past the center point, and then we'll just keep going till this circle's done. Make some cow chow. Gotta feed the girls. You want them to feed you. So I guess I'll bring you out again tomorrow and show you my adventures. This will be a long video, and then everyone will be sick of my corn planting. By the time Jeff Raymond watches this, he'll be smoking Justin Trudeau cigarettes, trying to relax. Oh, we got it, boys and girls. Now they all have 2 packer wheels. I'm gonna take you in the tractor. It's not so windy. Well, I'm a little embarrassed at how long that took me to fix that planter. So last night I got halfway home, and I decided to turn around and walk the field. So I walked back out to the planter, and I figured if I'd gone up and down, I probably would have saw that little row closer. So I decided it had to be on the end row. So I went and looked at the ends, and I walked about 3/8 of a mile, and I found that little wheel. So then about by 10 o'clock I found the bearing, and then I thought that was enough, and I started again at 20 to 5 this morning, and now it's quarter to 7. So, but those little shafts are a heck of a thing to get out. Even the bearing was broken half, but stuck on both sides, and everything's rusted, and so what my goal is to buy my own planter and fix it right up. I made a comment, and my dad informed me that his friend still owns this one, a part of it anyhow, so I didn't realize that. I thought we had bought it when he took the combine, but oh well. So we're going round and round, so we'll just keep planting, and at least I'm closing my row. You can see the moisture is quite a bit different than what I was on the end, and I'm just gonna go and go and go. Hopefully I can get done today or put a big dent in it. I don't have that much to do. It's just when things don't go right, it takes a while. But at least I'm planting, and my little GPS is working right now. So fun, 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 and in the sun. Would you look at that? Looks like a field that's done to me. I'm just doing end rows. For people that are on Instagram, yesterday I had a blizzard. Well, the cup is good for transferring corn from one can to the other. And as you can tell, I drank lots of water with my AC not working. And I picked some stones on this last few hours here. Ahead of us is a little spot I left for the garden. Dad's been working on that 392 pump engine, the clutch. We weld the flute of the pump, and then a friend of my dad's was helping him put the flute back on, and they noticed that part of the clutch had come out of it. So we pulled the pump off and put a new clutch in it. I only helped put a few bolts in. Dad did most of it. There's Dad's handy dandy welding truck next to his handy dandy skid steer. I do not know how we farmed without a skid steer. I knew I wanted one, but like I said, Dad lets me know it's his, and I'm not allowed to use it, or I'm not allowed to keep it, I should say. I get to use it, but it has to be brought right back. So I got rid of all my bags of seed, and I had to find some bags in the Quonset from last year, some stuff that you empty the planter with, and then I found a tub with some corn in it, and I emptied everything. So then I went to use the tub, and some of it was wet. It had been sitting outside, so I'll let you know how the sprouted corn works. There's one can I didn't realize it when I dumped it in, but it's all sprouted, so I figure it'll grow too. Some of the sprouts will get broke off, some won't. Anyhow, this will probably be a crazy long video, but the wind has been howling all day, and so far the land has been holding. So I'll flip you around. Thanks for watching this. Be sure to comment, rate, and subscribe, and have yourselves a great day. Take care.